said, let's go ahead and get started on your mat. Of course, if you don't have a mat, you're welcome to practice on the floor. Come to child's pose. So bring your hips to your heels, and then just relax your body over. Find a place that's comfortable for you to relax, and just take a second to arrive on your mat. So your head is relaxed either on the ground, on the mat, or if you find this uncomfortable, you can relax your head onto your hands or your forearms, or maybe you make two fists. Just start to take a few deep breaths. Send your breath all the way down to the base of your spine. And then again, like I mentioned in my last video, you can either take child's pose with your knees together to stretch out your lower back, or if you'd like to stretch your hips out more, you can take child's pose with your knees apart. Take a couple more deep breaths. Relax your hips. And then as you're ready, make your way to hands and knees or tabletop position. So right away, let's get our alignment set. Your hands are right under your shoulders, index fingers parallel to each other, and the outside edges of your mat. Press into all parts of your hands, not just the heels of your hands. This is going to help you save your wrists. So a lot of wrist pain comes from too much pressure in the heels of the hands. So you want to make sure that you're pressing in the knuckle mounds and your fingers as well. All right. Spin your biceps forward so that your elbows point back towards the back of the room. Have a little bit of a bend in your arms, so not super bent, but don't lock them out either. Make sure your knees are under your hips, so that's about 6 inches more or less distance from each other. Let's take a couple of cat-cows. So on your inhale, drop your belly and raise your gaze. Look up towards the sky and reach your sit bones up, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, reverse that motion, so rounding your spine, chin to chest. Try to open the back of your heart towards the sky. And then inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze for cow pose. And then exhale, reverse chin to chest, cat pose. Arch your back like an angry Halloween cat. So take a few more of these rounds on your own breath. Just make sure you use full inhales and full exhales. So I'm not sure if you noticed, but I actually have 2 belly button rings, not just 1. So feel free to let me know what you think about that as well. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral tabletop position. Make sure your hips are square to the mat, and make your back as flat as you possibly can. So your gaze is a little bit in front of your hands and between your hands. The back of your neck is long. On your next inhale, reach your right arm to the front of the room with your thumb facing up like you're going to shake someone's hand. Plug your shoulder back into its socket, and then reach your left leg behind you. Flex your left toes towards your shin, and then take care here not to raise your left hip or lower your left hip. Try to keep your hips as square as you can. So engage your core. Press the ground away with your left hand. Got one more inhale. Reach forward with your hand and back with your heel. And then exhale, put everything down and switch. Inhale, left hand comes up, thumb facing the top, the ceiling rather. Plug your shoulder back into its socket. Your neck is long. Take your right leg straight back behind you, and then reach up at the back of your right knee as you flex your right toes towards your face. Reach everything really long, forward and back for one more inhale. And then exhale, put your hand and knee back down. This time, we're going to do that again, but we're going to add on. So raise your right arm in front of you, thumb facing up. Left leg comes up behind you, everything straight. Try to get your arm and leg parallel to the ground. From here, turn your right palm to face the ground and take it out to 90 degrees. So now your arm is parallel to the side, starting to feel your core work a little bit, right? So try to keep your hips square to the ground. And then from here, keeping your arm where it is, start reaching your left leg out towards the front of the room. So this is going to be pretty challenging. Use the outer left hip to raise your leg higher, and then flex your left toes towards the front of the room. Awkward airplane pose. Press the ground away with your left palm. Take one more inhale. Keep your neck long. Exhale, bring everything back down the middle. Reach forward and back. Inhale. Exhale, put everything down. And switch. So reach your left arm out, thumb facing up. And then reach your right leg towards the back of the room. Try to kick your heel towards the wall behind you. activating the core a lot here. Raise your right, I'm sorry, using your outer right hip. Flex your right toes towards the front of the room. Take one more inhale, everything long. Exhale, everything back down the middle. Keep it lifted for your last inhale. And exhale, release. One more inhale for cow pose. Arch your back, drop your belly, raise your gaze. And exhale, chin to chest, cat pose. Come back to neutral. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Keep them under your shoulders. Take your legs back to plank pose, top of a push-up. So if you ever need to use your knees, please feel free to do so. Just make sure your hips are in line with your shoulders so they're not coming up or sinking. One long straight line. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Elbows squeezing in towards your rib cage. Keep your hands where they are. Press the tops of your feet down. Kneecaps lift up. And then inhale, baby cobra. Starting to move a little bit. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you like you're trying to squeeze a pencil in a water bottle. Press your pelvis down into the mat. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Last inhale here. Maybe float your hands for a second. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Make your way back through plank, either knee plank or full plank, your choice. And then on your exhale, hips lead you up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet for a second here. Press into the mat with your hands, and remember all parts of your hands, not just the heels of your hands. Spin your biceps forward. Relax your heart towards your thighs. Really sit your hips up towards the ceiling here. And when you're ready, bend your knees deeply. Keep your arms straight. Look between your hands. And then come all the way up to the front of your mat. Forward fold. So we're going to start moving through a couple of sun salutations just to build a little bit more heat. Fingertips on the ground. Inhale, half lift. Spine really long. Exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, soft bend in your knees. Reach your arms out and up. Touch your palms together above your head. Below overhead camera. And exhale, hands to prayer. So press your rib cage, your sternum into your thumbnails here. Open your chest. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. Lift up your kneecaps so that your thighs are activated. Really strong mountain pose. So we're going to start building some heat here with the sun salutations, and then we're going to move on to build even more heat. This is yoga for weight loss, so you want to get the heart rate up a little bit, right? All right. When you're ready, inhale, arms out and up. Touch your palms together above your head. Lengthen your spine as much as possible. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, hands on the ground. Half lift, shoulders down, top of your head forward. And exhale, fold, plant your palms. Step your feet back to plank pose, high push-up position. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Everything touches at once, not belly first or anything like that. Everything touches at once. Tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, keep your chest open, baby cobra. Press your pelvis down. Squeeze your elbows towards each other behind you. And act like you're really trying to show your chest towards the front of the room. Okay. One more inhale here. Exhale, release. On your inhale, tuck your toes. Make your way back through plank. All the way up to downward facing dog. So if you watched part one, you'll see that I did a progression from, sort of slower sun salutations up through faster sun salutations. We're going to do the same thing, except a little faster. So bend your knees, look forward, and then exhale, come to the top of your mat, step or hop. Forward fold, relax. Inhale, half lift, spine long. Exhale, fold. And your knees can be as bent or as straight as you want them to be. Just make sure your spine is relaxed. On your next inhale,